Hey guys! In this video, we'll be talking about the three main components that we use, each from different recipe creators, in order to build the perfect ketogenic s'mores. When we were deciding on which recipes we'd go with, we wanted to make extra sure that each recipe was accurate to the real thing as possible. The first component we'll tackle is the graham cracker recipe. Now with the graham cracker recipe, we wanted it to have the signature graham cracker texture and flavor. With some research, we found that the two most important ingredients would be blackstrap molasses and golden flaxseed meal. Now molasses is a super sticky and dark substance which is actually what's left over in the sugar making process. Usually you want to avoid molasses, but we'll only be using 2 teaspoons of it throughout the entire recipe. Also, the molasses is left with concentrated levels of certain nutrients found in sugar before processing, like vitamin B6, potassium, and magnesium. These are all very helpful while on keto. Now, the golden flaxseed meal made a big impact on the texture of these crackers. As you can see, they're broken down but still coarse and flaky. You can pick up a bag of this stuff at most grocery stores. And you're going to want to because it's high in fiber, high in omega-3s, and we have a bunch of different keto recipes that use it on our channel.
Hey, good crack, Alex.
Now what we'll go over next is the milk chocolate portion of the s'mores. The two must-need ingredients for the perfect keto chocolate would be heavy cream powder and cacao butter. This was our first time using heavy cream powder. If you don't use it, your keto chocolate bars will melt at room temperature and that wouldn't be very good for s'mores. It also gives that signature chocolate bar flavor that will fool anyone. You can find this bag on Amazon for only 15 bucks and probably last you a pretty long time though. And of course, you are going to need cacao butter. Don't do a keto chocolate bar recipe that tells you to use regular grass-fed butter. It's hard and can be a bit of a hassle to break down and use in recipes. But you'll need this if you're going to be making keto chocolate. And we even used it in our first recipe ever, the bulletproof ice cream recipe. This is another ingredient you can pick up off Amazon and will last you a good amount of time. Now for our final component, and it will be our keto marshmallow recipe. And we actually got this perfect. Just look how squishy it is. It's perfect, but we had to use allulose. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but allulose is a keto sweetener, and it's a little bit harder to find and a bit expensive, but if you remember, we also used it in our keto Snickers bar recipe a while back.
Yeah, it's still pretty cold. It's coming along. Just raise it up just a little. There we go. Hey. Oh god, you took all the caramel out of one side. Oh god!
Okay.
So as you can see, similar to the caramel, it's very stringy and candy-like. When making caramel or in syrup recipes, you're going to want allulose. You can do this recipe with erythritol too, but if you use erythritol, it will begin crystallizing within a day. Allulose will stay perfect for over a week. Now, all we gotta do is combine all of these perfect keto recipes, roast this marshmallow, and make this ultimate keto s'mores. But it was raining outside, and we weren't going to let that hold us back. And once you're done roasting it, build your s'mores and enjoy it. Really hope you guys enjoyed the s'mores video. Let us know if you like this style of video, and make sure to stick around and hear our full thoughts on how this turns out.
Here we have a keto s'mores.
Ooh, look at that.
Yes.
It's dripping.
Oh yeah. What do you gotta say about that?
It's the best s'more I've ever had.
She said it, guys, not me. Look, all right, we'll go over a few things first. This is actually our second time tasting the s'mores. We recorded our first time and our microphone was broken. So this is a retake. We had to remake the entire recipe. And if you notice, this is why it looks a little bit differently. We made a few mistakes. For one, we used regular milled flaxseed instead of golden flaxseed meal on our graham cracker. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I might like the flavor just a little bit more.
Yeah.
So even though they use golden flaxseed meal, it looks a little different here, but I think it's actually getting us closer to a real graham cracker recipe. And the next thing is, if you notice, our marshmallows look a little bit more brown. And I think that's because the sweetener mixture may have been a little bit too hot when I mixed it with the beef gelatin. What would you say, it bubbled up and like over this hop and everything. So it might have been a little too hot when I did that. And I feel like that's maybe why it's a little bit darker and it affected the flavor a little bit. Now, with that being said, we're gonna try to remember the first time we tried it too, because I think the first time it was like perfect as far as the recipes were supposed to go. And one of the biggest things right off, like when you're eating it, is like, I want some keto bulletproof ice cream on this too.
Oh my god, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking of just like freezing it and making it like a cold snack so that the marshmallow is kind of like cold like ice cream.
Yeah.
So it would almost like mimic that, like a s'mores ice cream sandwich.
Nah, I'm looking at like how they do like the chocolate chip cookie skillets. Like it's just all hot and then you just throw some ice cream on it and let it like melt in and oof.
Right, so what? So what would you do? Like the graham cracker like crust or something, and then put chocolate and marshmallows on the top and then put ice cream on top of it?
So you're talking about making a pie.
I'm talking about making a skillet. Like
yeah,
you
a
just said.
s'more skillet.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I don't know how much different it is than a regular marshmallow as far as like how well it roasts up, but you definitely are gonna need to roast it nice and slowly to get it melt all the way through.
I say put that in a fire, let it catch fire, blow it out, and try your luck that way.
I mean, it is preference because I never wanted my marshmallow to catch fire at any point.
Oh, see, like I wanted it to be like completely melted on the inside. So if you, like maybe if you slowly do it, then I guess, but like why? You just want to put it in your mouth, so.
Okay. What do you give it for flavor?
10.
I give it a thumbs up. I mean.
Like this?
For texture, I think each component is perfect.
Well, I mean, yeah, for our first batch that you guys didn't get to see, we had them sit overnight, so the texture was perfect. But
yeah.
This we let sit for like 2 hours. This meaning the marshmallow.
Yeah.
And that it was still very, very soft. So I would definitely do the overnight method and just let those harden.
So texture, thumbs up. So what would you give it for recipe as far as like making this and bringing it to a campfire?
I honestly think that, I mean, following all the recipes and making them all at once was actually not that hard. Mm-hmm. Everything is pretty self-explanatory. Also, packaging these things up will be super freaking easy because you can just leave them, you can leave the marshmallows out, you can leave the graham crackers out, and you can, I'm pretty sure you can leave the chocolate out
Usually,
too.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be super easy to bring.
It's easier than you'd think. I thought it was kind of hard the first time, but once we had to remake it again, it's like, oh yeah, it is pretty simple once you do it all like one after another.
Yeah, the hardest thing was bringing the sugar mixture for the marshmallow together.
Right.
Because you have to get that softball stage, and you know, you probably want to learn what that is first.
We have it linked in the marshmallow video, how to get the marshmallow perfect, which is the only hard part about the entire recipe. Outside of that, You guys are gonna have a nice, easy time. And we messed up the marshmallow a little bit this time, but it was still good inside the s'mores.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, give it a shot. You don't got much to lose. It's gonna be good. So thank you to all the recipe creators that we put together in order to make this s'mores. That's TPH Keto Desserts, Live Breathe Keto, and
Sugar-free Londoner.
Sugar-free Londoner. Thank you guys so much. Each of the components were literally perfect, so definitely go check them out. We'll link them all in the description. Also, don't forget to like this video and leave us a comment and let us know how you like this s'mores series, and let us know about any series that you might want us to take on after this. And LahvUs.